Hello, everyone. Did you see the video of Laila Johnson-Salami, the Arise TV reporter who was speaking to David Umahi, and the way she was able to cut him to size? You know, when you cut someone and you dice him, then you chop, dice and redice and put the thing where that thing is supposed to be, then the thing will behave itself. That's exactly what happened with David Umahi. He was being saucy, arrogant, you know, try to be flippant, make it as if that, oh, what is this? This one is not saying anything. This one is some whatever. You know, that's exactly what they do all the time. When you try to hold these people to account, especially if you're a woman, oh, how dare you be a woman and have a voice? Oh, Lord, have mercy. You know, or how dare you be young? How dare you be an ordinary citizen and dare to be holding Almighty Minister to account? Well, this is what I keep telling us all the time. These people, if we cut them to their right sizes and put them where they're supposed to be, most of the nonsense that they do, I assure you they will not be doing it. It's because we have people fawning over them. If it was this the much older journalists that were asking, Your Excellency, sir, no, sir, Your Excellency, sir, Your Excellent. They probably will even ask the question again. But trust this younger generation, they get coconut head, they don't even care. They don't send you. What is it that you they think it's the way that they oppressed us that they will also oppress our children. But anyway, let me not just talk too much, eh? I think just go ahead and watch this.
Yes, you mentioned the ESIA is currently being carried out by...
Sister, I was raised in the village. Me, I'm not here for me.
Well,
so
sorry,
so try to speak.
I can't help the way I speak. You mentioned that the ESIA was being carried out at the moment. The EIA Act of 1992...
I need interpreter.
Well, you have enough people next to you. The EIA Act of 1992 states that an EIA must be approved by the Federal Ministry of Environment before the commencement of any project.
No,
unless an exemption has
not
been
done
given.
So. There is preliminary approval. There is final approval.
Has an exemption been given? And if so, if you have the preliminary approval...
Exemption of what?
For the project to start without the final approval. If you have the preliminary approval, can this be shared?
We are following due process.
So can we have a copy
of the preliminary approval? It is federal government that gives the approval. It's not you.
So can we have a copy of the preliminary approval?
We have the approval.
And you can make that public to the media?
Everything in order.
Okay, thank you.
2 more questions, please.
I'm absolutely just disgusted. These are the people that are governing your affairs. I was just taking notes, you know, why she was asking this. Oh, I was raised in the village. Yeah, you were raised in the village. Stay in the village now. You were raised in the village. You're destroying cities. Is that why you're destroying things without knowing how hard people had worked to build things? And what's anybody's business whether you were raised in the village or not? And I love the way the lady Laila just focused, as in his silliness, as, oh yeah, okay, you're fine. Sorry, I can't help the way I speak. This is the way I speak. It's just like somebody now seeing my daughter and telling her that, oh, the way she speaks. Why do you expect her to speak? That's the way she speaks. That's what she knows. Even the way we speak, we're speaking differently from the way our parents speak. Even David Umahi, the way he's speaking is different from the way the generation before his or his parents' generation spoke or something. So which one is? And then sister, you know, just to try to be, I know how to flow. I can do pidgin. I feel change math. No, we dey here. So can't they speak that kind English we be say? You know, that kind of thing now. Yeah, and of course, if the situation warrants it, there's a way you also speak, not this thing. But so you could say his own. It's not even the like, okay, no, I'm just for the fun or I'm just, how do I even put it? I'm just trying to switch on. You could see I'm deliberately trying to just knock you off, sister. Not sister, now brother. I don't blame them, Sha. I blame Nigerians, honestly. And then I was raised, and then when he said I need an interpreter, she was just like, "You have enough people around your state." That's one of my, oh Lord, have mercy. If only I can see that, I would have just given her a big fat hug. I was like, yeah. That's the way to treat those people. But you can see again and again, he evaded her question. He refused to answer her question. When she was talking about the preliminary approval and final approval, yeah, he did mention, have you gotten an approval that says you can start this thing without the final approval, and due process is being followed? Which one is due process is being followed? That's what she's asking. Yeah, this is it. But Nigeria is a country where people just do things. We've not There's no governance in Nigeria. We really haven't started governance. When we really start governance, we'll find out that government isn't supposed to do anything without this. And this is where the National Assembly, the state houses of assembly, councils are supposed to come in. This is where the legislative arm of government is very important. Otherwise, this kind of things can happen. You come to say that you're federal government, and then who says federal government don't follow the law? Rule of law is rule of law. If you like, it'll be federal government. If you like the state government, if you like the local government, you will still follow the rule of law. And so when she's talking about this approval, that's what she's talking about. And you say it's federal government that gives the approval and not you. That's the foolishness of not even knowing what you're doing, because they have seen so much of what do you call it now? So much impunity. They do so much impunity, and then they assume that that's the way everything goes. That's the way things are done. That's the person that came the other time and went to go and lock gate because it was his father's house. He thought it was his father's house, because I think they say he used to flog people in his state when he was governor, stuff like that. And then he brought that foolish mentality down to Abuja. Quick, NLC. Even though those ones, those ones, their head not too correct like that, but they use them sometimes on their own. They labeled this thing, they cut him to size, and I think he had to apologize to them. So that's also that kind of mentality where you're coming out to say that, oh no, you are the federal government, and then you've given this, you are the one to give approval. She don't want to give. No, federal government also gets approval. There are institutions. They have to follow the law. And for me, I always say these things anytime, any day. We really need to focus on those legislative arm of government. We need to strengthen the legislative arm of government, not the people who are going in there to go and for the money, for the new car they are going to get, for the fact that they're going to sit on big armchair and they're going to be paying them allowances and all of that. If there's one place where I want, let them be paying the minimum wage, is that National Assembly. Pay them minimum wage or pay them sitting allowances and reduce all of that money in there. Most of the people that go there to sit there, they won't be there anymore. They will not be there. And then we'll have people who really want to sacrifice, who want to put in the work and put in everything. But hey, kudos. I mean, just if you need to, please go and watch it again and just learn how to cut people to size when they're trying to do anything. The next time she picks a mic to talk, I can assure you, David Umahi will not dare. He will not dare. That stunt he wanted to pull, he will not dare it. Not only David Umahi, other of his colleagues, they will learn from this and not dare that nonsense with her. That's how you put people in their place. She didn't even break a sweat. That's a girl. Well done.